Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Chatty CRC here with you, and today I want to give some honest FPV feedback about the X-Hover B-roll. Now, you watch my other video, I'll link up here in the cards. You can see that I spoke about some issues that I had with the bind and fly, and that I actually purchased another one of the frames by itself and built one out. That flies great, love it. It's so much fun to fly. But let's talk about the bind and fly package here. And it's very, very disappointing. Before I pack this up and send it back to X-Hover, I wanted to do a video on this. They want to take care of me. They've been pretty responsive. It's been a little slower than I'm used to. I first put in a ticket on Saturday, and now today's Thursday, and I finally have an RMA label. I think there was like a day there without any communication until I reached out to them again. So right out of the box, let me show you exactly what the video looked like with their tune, 2-inch props, 3S battery. Here goes that. Alright, so not good. You don't want to buy something that is built on jello-free video and then have it act like that. Now, every YouTube video that I've seen, I have seen nothing but jello, and I've seen people that have, just a few people that have these, that have had to make some modifications to it, whether it be with the tune or adding in some kind of vibration dampening or both. I ended up adding some of the, oh my god, sticky tape underneath here and kind of smashed the split camera down into it there and got rid of the jello. So that's okay. I then jumped up to 2.5-inch props and was flying around on it, and you know, the tune was just bad. I put in a babyhawk tune, and that seemed to help a little bit. Almost every screw that was on here was some of them were really loose and some were loose. So, you know, I had to tighten everything up, kind of do everything all over again. A couple things with the whole design that were just kind of dumb is that the split is mounted like all the way down on the bottom plate. So you can't even get to the buttons there to turn the split on and off or do anything like that. They're actually over, yeah, you can't even see where they're at. Yeah, they're actually on that bottom plate right there. So, but that's not a big deal. Can always work around that. I did change the JST connector that it comes with for some odd reason to an XT30 and was flying around, and I was working out the bugs and just kind of dealing with, you know, thinking, hey, you know, this it is what it is. But a light crash into like my grass everybody sees out here where I fly, and the whole battery lead just came off, lifted the pads, everything, which, you know, it's pretty bad. Nothing you can really do about that. That means I'm out of ESC. The biggest thing from the beginning is, I'll take the top off here and show you guys. So the way that the actual UFL pigtail was kind of twisted and turned back here, and the dipole was taped down a lot, put a ton of stress on this UFL connector, and you can see that it just pops off super easy. I did try to apply some like goop on there to hold it down, but it was already like just misconfigured or contorted or some way that no matter what I do, I just couldn't get the UFL to stay there the way that it needed to. So I was getting bad video, and every time I would you know, I'd have to check it just like constantly just to make sure that it was on there, and it's still just jacked up now. So, you know, I told them, just send me a new VTX and a new ESC and I'll just take care of everything. But they said, no, send it back to us. We want to take care of you, which is pretty cool. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, as far as being out of the box, ready to go, this thing just is not at all. You know, for less than what I paid for this, I built on the frame the exact same thing with way better parts. You know, you get like an XM or an XM Plus on here, so the, you know, it's not, the RSSI wasn't configured or nothing like that, where I threw an RXSR on there and everything is just great. I think this is some kind of HDLRC stack, don't know. It's hard mounted, so it seems like these little quads do a little bit better with some soft mounting on them, and you know, that just is another thing maybe to bad flight performance and everything. But nevertheless, pretty underwhelming, pretty disappointed, especially, you know, when, you know, funds are tight and you sell, you know, stuff to get something that you really are excited about, and it ends up being just kind of a disappointment. So I guess we'll see what it's like when it gets back to me and everything like that. You know, these motors are super coggy, you know, so I'm not sure if the motors are what's creating the jello on this or not. My Superman motors that are on the other frame that I built out are nowhere near as coggy, so, you know, they're probably a little bit smoother. I also notice when I fly this that I do hear a little bit of squeaking and stuff coming from the motors. So again, another disappointment. So definitely hold off on this one and see what they end up doing with my build, if they end up switching out any components or if they end up just fixing what's there or what. But right now, I would definitely not recommend anybody to pick this up until they get all this stuff sorted out. You can see that everybody on the X-Hover Facebook group, the few people that have got them, have had to make changes, and the videos that they have made changes. The only good video that I've seen out of the B-roll setup comes from X-Hover themselves, not a normal person. And then the only really good video that I've seen on the actual B-roll frame is from my build that I did. The frame design is great just because you don't get any props in the shot. But again, I had to build mine out. So that's it. I'll keep you guys updated, and I guess we'll just see what happens. So talk to you guys later.